It is primary day here in Connecticut. The polls open in less than an hour. Voters can head to the local polling place, of course, but this year they also have another option.
Thanks to a last-minute extension, you can still mail in an absentee ballot today. Channel 3's Roger Suzanne joins us now live at a polling place in Wethersfield with all the details. So how is it going to work, Roger?
Yeah, Nicole and Eric, good morning. Well, first and foremost, you can still vote the old-fashioned way, of course, in person. In fact, the polls open at 6 o'clock this morning, so just a little less than an hour from now. We've actually seen a couple of poll workers show up here at Webb Elementary. We hope to talk to them a little bit later when they're a little bit less busy setting up. But really, they tell us in these crazy COVID times, they hope that today's primary election can kind of serve as a dress rehearsal for the big, real deal, the presidential election day coming up in November. Now, as I mentioned, of course, you can still vote in person. You should know that poll workers will be wearing masks, and they're asking voters to do the same thing. They also say they're going to stress social distancing at the polling places. But if you don't feel comfortable walking into a polling place, don't worry. You do have another option, as Eric and Nicole mentioned. Just yesterday, the governor announced that he is extending the absentee voting deadline, so you can mail in your ballot today, but of course, it must be postmarked with today's date. Special drop boxes have even been set up outside town halls all across Connecticut to make the process even easier. Another big question, of course, is electricity after last week's storm left hundreds of thousands of people in the dark. Well, we definitely have some good news on that front. Secretary of the State, Denise Merrill, says every polling place will have electricity, even if it's supplied by a generator. So that won't be an issue. But several smaller communities may not have internet connectivity at their polling places, but local leaders in those towns say they have been in contact with the state to work around the issue, and they believe we will still have a very smooth and safe election day. Now, as we mentioned, the polling places open at 6 o'clock this morning, so a little bit less than an hour. Poll workers here in Wethersfield just showed up. We hope to be able to talk with them a little bit later, along with local voters. Reporting live in Wethersfield, I'm Roger Suzanne, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And if you have any problems at the polls today, all you have to do is call the number right on your screen, or you can email the state. That information is also available on the Channel 3 app.